All right, the first type of ad we're going to do is we're going to do a page post engagement or boosting a post. It's essentially the same thing. We'll do it both ways. We'll do it two different ways here. The deal with this type of advertisement, first of all, it's absolutely the easiest to set up. Now, you would use a boosted post or a page post engagement two different times. Okay, the first time you would use it, well, not the first time, but one way you would use it is if you had a Facebook page that has been built up and there's some following and you are getting some organic traffic, and you post an organic post that just automatically does very well without any sort of advertising dollars behind it. Then you would want to boost that post in order to see some increased engagement. You wouldn't want to boost every post, because if you boost a bad post, it's not going to go anywhere. The other time you would use this, in my opinion, is if you have one of those unbelievable offers, okay? If you have, maybe you're doing a free plus shipping, or maybe you're doing a buy one, get two free. Because what we're going to rely on for this post is, or this type of advertisement, is we're going to rely on interaction. We're going to rely on likes and shares. Okay, now the benefit of doing this and getting likes and shares is this is one of the cheapest ways to get clicks, because if you see a post going around and people are liking it and sharing it, then it's going to increase your organic reach. Now, you're still going to have to pay your fair share, but it'll increase your organic reach. And you can, realistically, you might see some people talk about, 1 cent clicks. If you get a post that does well, you can certainly get under 10-cent clicks, okay? So that's kind of the benefit of that. The other thing that's great about this is this does not look like an advertisement. When you do post this, it will say sponsored up here, but for the most part, it looks like a post. Now, when you do another type of advertisement with Facebook, most of the time, it's going to be a 1200 pixel by 628 pixel image. So that's going to be more of a rectangle. Now, when you boost a post, you're going to get a square image, and your image should be at least 800 pixels by 800 pixels. You can go a little bit bigger as well if you want, but I wouldn't go any smaller. And the idea is that this bigger square image will kind of stand out. It doesn't look like an ad as much, and it will get more attention. But once again, you're relying on something cool here. You can't just put sale 50% off and expect a page post engagement or boosted post to do well. So the first way to do this is obviously, you set up your post. One tip that I always recommend, I didn't do it in this case, but if you go ahead and you can post on your laptop or your computer, and if you go back in and you can edit this post, you can always edit the description up here. If you go and do this on your smartphone, your iPhone, your Samsung, or whatever you have, you could put emojis in here as well, and that works out really well because it gets a lot more attention as well. And then you just, done editing whenever you'd like. Okay, so once you get your post all set up, you might do something like a picture of the product that's available or something like that. You might say limited time offer, and I've talked about this in other videos as well, but limited time offer, free plus shipping, or get this product free, just pay shipping. Okay, and then the first thing you can do is you can go down here and you can just simply boost your post. And then it's going to give you some options here. You can add a button if you want, like learn more, sign up, shop now. And typically, I don't like to do that. And you should always test, of course. But typically, I don't like to do that because I'm trying to keep this look not like an advertisement, okay? So I usually don't do that, but you can do whatever you want. If you have some audiences in here, you will see that they are available. But what you want to do is you will always want to edit your targeting, okay? And you can simply do this. You can get as specific as you want. So let's just say for the purposes of this boosted post, we're going to automatically default to your location as well. So let's just say we're going to add the United States here. And you can add as many or as few as you want. But we're going to add the United States here, and you can target men, women, you can target your age group. In general, the younger is going to get you more likes and shares, but less conversions. So you kind of want a combination of the two, and it all depends on your product. And then down here, you can type in interests. The easiest way to do this is if you can find a way to target your direct competitor, That's the best way to go in this instance, in my opinion. There's other options as well. So say if you're selling jewelry, like affordable jewelry or something like that to 18 to 27, or let's just say 18 to 24 year olds, you might type in interests as like Forever 21. And then it'll start giving you suggestions as well. Urban Outfitters is similar, so you can add that if you'd like. American Apparel, you can add that if you like. And this is just going to be very general, okay? You're not relying on super heavy or specific targeting here. So I would just add a bunch of direct competitors to whatever your product is, and then just save it away, okay? And then as you scroll down, you can say your budget. How much you want your budget to be, and you can choose whatever you want. If you want to do $5, you go down here to choose your own and type in $5. Then you can either have it run for 1 day, you can have it run for 7 days, you can have it run for 14 days, or you can have it run till as long as you want it to. And this says how many estimated people you'll reach per budgeted day. So if we're doing $20 a day, let's say we're going to reach 1,700 to 4,600 people of 1.9 million possible based on our targeting that we selected up there with the Forever 21 and the Gap and all that stuff right there. And then, so as simple as that. And then after that's ready to go, you just hit boost and it'll be ready to go. You can see what it'll look like on the desktop and the mobile newsfeed just to make sure everything's looking good. Once again, you would have your link to wherever you wanted people to go actually in the post title, and then you would just hit boost and you would be good to go there. We want to cancel that promotion, and you can see, if you just edit this, you can put a link to anything right there. Just always when you're doing your links, it's great to just say, what you want to do is you just want to highlight, copy the whole thing. That way you get it right. It's either HTTP or HTTPS. That way you don't mess it up, and then you just Control V, paste it, and done editing. And that'll be, you can see that becomes a clickable link right there. So real cool, easy to set up. The other way you can do that is if you go into your ad dashboard, and if you go under the Power Editor, what you would do is you would create a campaign. So we're going to add a campaign. You can name this campaign whatever you want. We'll call it Demo PPE for Demo Page Post Engagement. Just leave the buying type as auction, and you want to select your objective right here. We'll go over a bunch of these as we work our way through them, but for the purposes of this one, post engagement, just like boosting a post, you'll just put a name for the ad set right now. We can talk about that in a little bit. And then you go down further here and just make sure you create your ad name as well. Oops. And then just create. You can use guided creation over here, but this, you just, once you get used to whichever way you do it, it'll be easy. So you may as well just start with this way because this is the new way to do it, I guess. So you have that campaign created. You can create multiple ad sets and multiple ads in each campaign, but don't worry about that right now. Just create a new campaign for every ad. If you want. It's super easy until you get it figured out, and then you can start doing multiple targeting and stuff like that. I found for me that this kind of keeps everything organized when you really don't know what's going on here. Okay, so you can set your budget just like we did in the previous example here. You can set it to whatever you want it to be. You can schedule it to start and run indefinitely, or you can end it on whatever day you want to end it on as well. I usually just don't schedule end date and run as ongoing and just keep an eye on it and always just cancel it if it's not working. You can also get into ad scheduling if you want to only run it between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. or something like that. But for the purposes of just getting started, I would just kind of let it run as is. You can always make custom audiences when you get to that point, or you can simply just target the people you want to target. We want to target people in the United States. Maybe we're doing same thing, 18 to 24. English all, English UK. Usually I just select English all if I'm targeting the United States. And then you get down here to demographics as well. We want to target Forever 21. You remember, target your direct competitor. And the other thing to remember is that if you're selling an item that is kind of a one-time purchase, you can, if it's a big enough audience, you can target people who like that, whatever that item is, because people don't buy in the first go around a lot of times. So you can kind of let your competitors kind of educate them on the product, and you can go in there and clean up the scraps, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but just another way to think. Once again, remember, there's a million ways to go about this. We're just trying to give you the basics here. So if you target Forever 21, you can see that they're going to estimate for the $11 that we have scheduled for this post, we're going to reach 12 to 3,100 people. You can add more. You can even exclude or narrow audience if you don't want people, exclude people who match. So if we don't want people who like Amazon for whatever reason, because we think maybe they'll only buy on Amazon, I wouldn't do this because most people like Amazon, so you're really going to exclude your list. But just for the purposes of this, you could exclude people who don't like Amazon and really narrow, or exclude people who do like Amazon and really narrow your target audience as well. And sometimes it'll decrease your estimated daily reach, and sometimes it won't. And once again, there's a million types of ways to kind of go about this. So I can't give you every example, obviously. You could save this audience if you want to use it again sometime, like you really think that this is the good target audience, so you don't have to go through this every time. You can save it at this point, and you would just give it a name. You can use automatic placements, which they say recommended because that allows them to serve more ads, which will make them more money. But what I always do is I edit the placements and I get rid of Instagram. Not because Instagram's not a good place to advertise on, it's just very different. Ads that work on Facebook with the wording and the link clicks and the emojis, and are not going to, you're hoping for likes and shares, they're not going to work on Instagram. Instagram, you need different ads for it. So I always uncheck that Instagram tag right there. We already selected that we're optimizing for post engagement. At the beginning, just use automatic bid amount. They're going to try to get you your best deal. So just leave it at that. And that's going to be pretty much it. Now, you don't have to save anything on this page. It saves it automatically. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to the ads, and you're going to go ahead and create your ad. And so you see that we have the name up here that we added earlier. Obviously, you want your Facebook page selected. If you are doing an Instagram ad, make sure you add an Instagram placement. You can connect your Instagram account through here, so it'll automatically serve it on the Instagram you created for your brand. Now, with the page post engagement, you can either create an ad or you can use an existing post. And so you can scroll down and see all demo post 1. Oops, let's see here. We want to select this demo post 2 that we did up here. So this is demo post 2, the same one we were gonna boost earlier, and then that's pretty much it. Your Facebook pixel will already be installed, so we don't have to worry about that. Remember, once again, this is just a demo account here. It would add, I need to add a payment method, so I guess I'll have to hook that up just to show. But then it would give you a preview over here as well to see what everything looks like. And if you're using the Power Editor, all you have to do at this point is you would just go to Review Changes, and we want Demo PPE. This is one I started earlier, but I didn't want that, so we just want that one selected. For the ad sets, we just want the Demo PPE ad set. And then for the ads, we just want the Demo PPE ad. Now, this won't let me upload it because we're going to have to add a payment method, obviously, before they will allow me to serve this. And I'll go and take care of that in the future. But then all you would do is hit continue, and it would automatically upload it to be reviewed at that point. Okay, so that's it. 2 different ways to do a boosted post or page post engagement ad.